What's up guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna go over the latest God of War news and why you shouldn't believe everything that you read. So I was on YouTube and I came across this video that we finally got some new information on the next God of War game. So I clicked it immediately, and essentially this video was suggesting that we could potentially be playing as Atreus in the next game in some sort of capacity, whether that's 10%, 50%, or the entire game. And to me that just seemed a little weird, right? Like, why would you bring Kratos back from the dead? Well, I guess technically he never died, right? In God of War 3, he stabbed himself, and the camera pans out, and then you see the body is gone. But why would you bring Kratos back for one game and then hand the reins off to Atreus in the next? It just seemed wrong. So I did my own digging, I did my own research, and this video was sourcing DualShockers as his source of information. So I go on DualShockers and I start reading the article. And I come to this part. It says, concept artist at Santa Monica, Samuel Matthews, spoke recently on the God of War podcast and indicated the potential chance that players could take the reins in some capacity of Atreus, much like Ellie in The Last of Us Part 2. In a short video on Instagram, Matthews discussed how The Last of Us had a big impact on 2018's God of War. So to me, I'm just like, oh wow, that's cool. Like, we finally got an artist who works at Sony Santa Monica and is talking about Ragnarok. So I listened to the clip myself, right? And within the clip, we have the host and Samuel Matthews, who's the concept artist who works for Sony Santa Monica. And in no way, shape, or form does this artist say, hint, suggest that we could be playing as Atreus. What really happened was the host merely asked the concept artist, hey, what do you think of us playing as Atreus in the next God of War game? And then he gives his opinion. But I want to give DualShockers the benefit of the doubt, you know? Maybe some earlier part of the clip, you know, he was actually suggesting it and they just sourced the wrong clip or something like that, right? So I go to the podcast and I listen to it. And within the first 10 minutes of the podcast, the host says, I want to start this campaign for Samuel Matthews to get him to work for Sony Santa Monica. To get him to work for Sony Santa Monica, okay? So that means he does not even work for Sony Santa Monica. That means he wouldn't even have any information on a game at all. DualShockers is just twisting the words of this podcast. You know, they said that he works for Sony Santa Monica, which he does not, and you can confirm that if you listen to the podcast itself. And then they say that he's suggesting that we could be playing as Atreus in the next game. But again, if you listen to the podcast, that is not true at all. The worst part about this is that there are YouTubers who are taking this information and just spreading it across the internet. And it's really sad because it just goes to prove that people don't actually vet out the information that they're spreading. They just put their trust in companies like DualShocker and IGN, and they just spread this information. They don't vet out these articles. And I'm here to say that I do that. For every video that I do, I make sure that I am giving you guys the correct information because I hate when misinformation gets spread around. So honestly, that's it guys. That's it for today's video. It was a little ranty, but I hope you appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always up to date with my videos, and I'll see you next time.